What's happening, everybody? How you doing? This is Paul,
Hey, and I'm Leslie.
and this is Turning Pages with Paul and Lesley. God bless you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us for
Thank
another
you.
wonderful, wonderful episode of our, I don't want to call it a show. How about another gathering of our great reading community?
Amazing community it
Yes,
is. Sure enough.
I think
Thanks
that
so
sounds a lot
much.
better. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
a
does.
lot
It
better.
really
Yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah. This is not a show. We come to hang out, spend time
Yes,
together.
it's a community,
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah, talk about books. So, I mean, we're glad to be here, and we hope that you're glad to be here too.
Yeah, thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. We're
Yeah,
really, really close to meeting our goal of 500. We're how many away,
we're
Paul?
seven away,
Wow,
seven
7
subscribers.
subscribers away, and
Yeah,
that only could have happened, it could not have happened without your support.
yeah.
And we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you, everybody. We do appreciate you. We're so grateful for you. I
Absolutely.
mean, honestly, to tell the truth, like Leslie said, there's no way we could do this
Mm-mm.
without you all. If you didn't support us the way you do, we would not have made it to this point. So we are super, super, just grateful
Yeah.
to all of you for your support.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. So last week, we had a really fun time talking about the books we thought we would have read by now.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It was a lot of fun, and it was
And yeah,
interesting to find out.
that we weren't alone.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all because
Thank you very much.
it was so refreshing,
We felt 100% better.
so much better. When you all shared your stories of how many books you have, how many you
Yeah,
bought,
man.
and some of you said you had too many to list.
Mm,
The truth of the matter is, we showed you a few.
just a few.
There are several that we hadn't gotten to yet,
I'm telling
that we do plan to try to get to
you.
in 2025. And we know you're doing the same. So y'all keep the comments coming.
Please, we really thrive on the comments, the feedback, the recommendations, the
Yeah,
support. It really helps us to keep going. It helps us to know what we should be looking for, things we can check out when we go to the local bookstores.
yeah,
And it really helps because there are just certain books we don't know that are out there
right,
or have been out there for
right,
quite some time.
right.
So we really, really read every comment and we try to respond. I think we're a little late 2 weeks ago
Yeah,
on our responses, but we try to respond in a timely manner because we really appreciate all of the feedback. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
thank you so much. And the comments really help to create community.
It does.
We really, I mean, it really helps us to feel a connection
Yeah.
with everybody who watches. When you comment, you let us know what you enjoyed about the video, what you got from the video,
Love it.
how
Love it.
inspiring it might have been, and also about the books that you're reading. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for being a vital part of this community. So, as always, we're not going to burn up all your time with just a
No.
bunch of chatter. We're going to go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about today. And
Okay.
today, we're going to
Good.
be talking about our March TBR. What
Oh,
books we're
yes.
going to be looking forward to
Yes.
getting into
Yes.
in the month of March. Now, I have three books and an honorable mention. I don't
Okay.
know if you have an honorable mention or not, but
No, I
I
have
do.
4 straight up
Yeah,
books.
four straight up books.
Yes.
Okay,
No
well,
honorable
no
mentions
honorable
over
mention. Well,
here.
you know what? I'm going to change mine from an honorable mention to an actual book.
Okay.
So, babe, I tell you what, let's switch it up just a little bit today.
Okay.
Why don't you do two of your books,
Okay.
and then I'll do two of mine, and then we'll come back to you like that. How about that?
That sounds great to me.
All right, babe, well, go
So
ahead and get us started.
so my first book that I want to read in March is The Toll. This is the third book in the Scythe series. I've read the Scythe
hmm
as well as the Thunderhead,
hmm
and I have had this book. Here we go again on the shelf for at least 3 years,
Wow.
at least. Okay, and this thing is a chunker. It's over
Yeah,
600
yeah.
pages.
Ooh,
So that's probably why it's been sitting up there with the Scythe
yeah, I can
and
see it.
the
I
Thunderhead.
can see it.
Think you read Scythe,
I
so
did.
your next book is the Thunderhead. Well, I want to just finish it up.
Okay.
I want to wrap it up. I do think there is. I think it came out with like a novella,
hmm
so I might pick that up at some point. But if I just finish the three, I'm good. But as you know, it's a dystopian series. I
hmm
absolutely love Neil Schusterman's writing. This is engaging.
It
It
is.
really makes you think about, the world around you, and it's almost like they knew that something was going to happen in the future, because a lot of what they talk about we see like right now
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So yeah, The Toll by Neil Schusterman.
yeah. Scythe was truly enjoyable.
Very enjoyable,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
engaging. Really, after I read one of his books, it's so heavy
Right.
until you have to take time to just relax and like
Yeah,
reflect.
yeah,
It's just that heavy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
It
my
is.
second book is yeah, I gotta get going with this book, okay?
Okay,
Because the new book, the third and final book, is out, and doggone it, I gotta get to it.
okay.
So second book, Iron Flame.
Yeah,
Iron Flame
yeah,
by Rebecca Yarros.
yeah,
Okay, another chunker. I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if this thing's like 700 pages.
Mm.
It's over 600 pages.
Okay, you were
Okay,
close.
I was close. And so I love the ending of the first book, The
Right.
Fourth Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked and surprised me.
Yeah, shock and surprise. That's good. That's
So
accurate.
I need to pick up and figure out what in the world, how did they react to that
Right.
shocker ending,
Yeah.
and what's next,
Yep.
so that I can go on and read The Onyx Storm, the
Yeah.
third and final book in this series. So, The Iron Flame,
It's amazing
Dragons.
how, yeah, it's amazing how you have it set in your mind that
Mm-hmm.
you're going to read a certain book, because maybe it's in a series. So you say, I'm going to read this one and I'm going to move to this one. But, what you have a taste for, it
Yeah,
changes, right?
it really does. And you can get into a slump after reading and I found this, people get in a reading slump,
Mm-hmm.
but I found that if I'm in a reading slump, it's not always because I don't feel like reading. It's because of books like Neil Schusterman's books,
Mm-hmm.
to where they're so heavy
Mm-hmm.
until you're like reflecting, and then before you know it, you haven't picked up a book.
Right.
So
I,
there's several
yeah.
reasons for slumps.
I can agree with that. I think
Yeah.
sometimes when I'm in a little bit of a slump, it's because I can't figure out what genre
That you
I
want to
want
go
to
to
read
next.
next.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm just in between and I can't really make my mind up.
Yeah.
And it's hard to just pick something up and just read because you want to feel it, you want to enjoy it.
I'll tell you
So
this is
yeah,
for me, it's definitely not the same genre I just finished reading.
yeah,
If I'm reading a mystery or a
right,
thriller, I
right. Yeah,
definitely
I
don't want to
understand
pick
that.
up
I understand that.
another
Yeah,
mystery thriller.
yeah. You'd want to kind of switch it up a little bit,
Yeah, especially if it's a paranormal or psychological thriller. Oh no.
well, when I told you I read Holly. Remember, I told you I read
Yeah,
Holly by
I
Stephen
remember.
King, and I was
I
like, okay, I
remember.
cannot read a book like that.
No,
Like, not
no.
right now. I need something lighter, and that's how
Yeah.
I ended up reading
A romance
the
book.
Rose book.
Oh, the
It's
Half
right here,
Blown
Half
Rose.
Blown Rose. That's how I
Yeah.
ended up reading it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so all right. So my first book, everybody, and this is gonna make you laugh. This is going to make you laugh. This was a book that Leslie bought me as a surprise gift, and she is so sweet. I really appreciate it because this is the book that I used to read when I was a little kid. When the bookmobile would come around, and they would
Oh.
come with a little form that you would fill out,
Oh.
Scholastic or something. I don't remember the name of it, but you
Yeah,
could
one
order
of them was
books.
Scholastic and one was Arrow. I just found
Okay,
that out the
okay,
other day.
Arrow. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know about that when I
You
was
don't
little,
remember
but I
Arrow?
don't know. I don't remember that one, but
Okay.
I do remember Scholastic. I think
Okay.
you had to fill out the little form.
Okay.
I only checked off one book every time. Curious George. Every single time I
Oh
would check
my
off. Look at George. Look at
God.
George getting
Look
in
at
trouble.
George.
I would always check off Curious George,
Is the man
and
with the yellow hat in there?
yeah, he got to be.
Okay.
He's a very important part of the
Okay.
story, so he
Okay.
got to be. And yeah, there he is, right there. And I'm telling you what. And this is the 60th anniversary.
Edition of the book?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I think I
So
saw that when I was ordering it.
yeah,
And I was
and
like,
so
oh, how cool.
I'm going to read it. I am going to read it and
Okay.
go back to my childhood. I know you can't recap to your youth,
But
but
you
you
can
can
still
visit. You
enjoy a
can
good
visit your
book.
youth. I'm going to
Yes.
visit my youth with that one. That was going to be like my, honorable mention. But since you said you had four books straight up, I decided I'd have four books straight up
I
too.
love it.
Yeah. Now the next one is going to be the book that I'm going to start now because I've read Half Blown Rose,
Hmm.
and I just concluded. Let's see, The Unsettled.
Oh, wow. You went
Um,
through that really
The
fast,
Unsettled to
quickly.
me, I know this is not about The Unsettled. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. My next book is, because it's still Black History Month and we're still reading Black
Oh,
authors,
absolutely.
The Reformatory.
Oh, you're reading that next?
This is next.
Oh,
This is
boy.
next
Oh,
because
boy.
I know this is going to be deeper. This is going to
Okay.
be a whole different
Okay.
read from what I just
Yes.
got finished
To
with.
Nana Reeve do.
Yeah, I listen. I'm really excited about getting to one of her books, and this is going to be the one. And I happen to, everybody. This is crazy. Kobo had this sale
Mm-hmm.
where this book, I think, was $1.99 for a
What?
digital version. So
What?
why not? I went ahead and got it on my Kobo,
So that's gonna
and
be a
so
great read.
I got it in book
Yeah.
form and I've
And
got it on
in
my Kobo, a
Kobo. I
dollar
love
ninety
it.
nine. So this is going to be it next, the Reformatory, and we talked about this one. This will be my first historical fiction book. I'm putting my feet in the waters of historical
Go,
fiction.
you go
I
now.
Yeah, I'm
You go now.
excited.
You go
I
now.
almost chose one of the books from your favorite historical fiction author.
Well, if you don't want
I
to
was close.
cry, you
Yeah, I
know
don't
y'all
want to
men don't
cry.
like to
I don't
cry.
want to cry because we cry ugly, so I don't want to
Yeah,
cry.
that's some ugly crying. There's some ugly crying going on when you read one of those
Yeah.
books.
I'm gonna just get myself together before I go into her direction. So, what do you have next for us?
Okay, so yeah, in that vein, Black History Month is every day for us.
Hmm.
So even I know I won't get to this book in the month of February. So in the month of March, I'm definitely picking up my first L.S. Stratton book, Not
Okay,
So Perfect
I
Strangers.
think you've mentioned this one before, right?
Yeah, she's an NAACP Image Award nominee.
Hmm.
She's a former crime newspaper reporter who
Okay,
has
I
written
remember.
more than
Yeah.
a dozen books under different pen names
Ooh.
to include thrillers, romance, and historical fiction.
Okay.
This one is a thriller, as you can see
Wow.
just by the
Yeah, you can tell.
illustrations. Yeah.
You
So
can
I've
tell.
heard really great things about Ella Stratton.
Hmm.
I'm excited. This is not a big book. I think this has less than 300 pages. No,
Okay.
a little, just a teeny bit over 300 pages. Okay.
All right.
So about 312, 11 pages. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I love the floppiness of it. I already have a bookmark ready for it. So this will be one that I read in March.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
in honor
All right. Drum roll.
of Middle Grades March,
Middle grade
did you know there
March.
was such a thing,
I
Paul?
didn't. I didn't. No.
Yes. In
What is
on
that? What is that exactly?
Well, it means that in the month of March,
Hmm.
lots of YouTubers and lots of people in the communities, the reading communities, will be reading only middle grade books,
Okay.
books for middle grade students.
Hmm.
And me being an educator
Hmm.
and me being certified in reading kindergarten through 12th grade,
Okay.
I can teach reading in any of those grade levels. I thought it necessary that I honor middle grade month
Okay.
by reading a couple of middle grade books in the month of March.
All right.
So I only pulled one. There are many on my shelf, as you can see, but the one that I definitely will start with first is a one that you got me, honey, for Christmas.
Oh,
Yes, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Impossible Creatures by
that is,
Catherine
yeah.
Rundle.
That is an amazing looking
Isn't
book.
that beautiful?
Yeah, it really is.
And look at it, sprayed edges.
Yeah. Is that a dragon?
That is a dragon.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I do think you will definitely probably want to read this one
Hmm.
because after, you're reading about dragons if you're going to read Rebecca Yarros,
Right.
right?
Right.
So it'll be good to see how a middle grade
Okay.
writer or author
Approaches.
approaches
Okay.
dragons. Yes.
Okay.
So this one says, and I want to read what it says. An astonishing miracle of a book, says Catherine Applegate. And we know that Catherine Applegate is the Newbery Medal Award winner for another middle grades book entitled The One and Only Ivan, of which I'm looking
I
at on
think
my
you
shelf.
mentioned that
And I
book to
have
me
not
before.
read that book
Okay.
yet, but I'm looking at it right now. This one says the day that Christopher rescued a drowning baby griffin, we know that's a dragon,
Okay.
from a hidden lake would change his life forever. It's the day he learned about the archipelago, a cluster of unmapped islands
Hmm.
where magical creatures of every kind have thrived for thousands of years until now, and it's the day he met Mal, a girl on the run in desperate need of his help. They begin to embark on a wild adventure, racing from island to island, searching for someone who can explain why the magic is fading and why magical creatures are suddenly dying.
Wow.
So, and this one has my favorite, a map
Yeah, that's cool.
in it.
That is cool.
So I am so looking forward to reading this. This one looks like it's got, and see, middle grade books, son, you can kind of fly through,
Okay.
right? Because look at how big the writing is. I don't know if you can see that.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, so you can fly through this. I can probably get this. This one is over 300 pages though.
Okay.
But I think because the writing is so large,
Right.
this is a book that you can probably get done in a day.
It looks well spaced too.
It's very well spaced.
Okay.
You could probably start in the morning and be done with it by the afternoon.
Wow.
Impossible Creatures.
Impossible Creatures.
So that's it for me for March for right now.
That's your TBR.
That's enough.
You think so?
I think that I don't think I'll read any other books in March.
Okay.
Because just the sheer size of these books will take me out for a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, this one should be no surprise.
Okay.
Because this was one of the books that I mentioned last week. It's one of the books that I thought I would have read by now because I just had to have it. And so I'm not even going to delay it.
I know what
it
is.
Lift it up.
Yeah. I knew it.
You Like It Darker by Stephen King.
So you are, after reading Holly, you're going to pick it up again.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I'm going to read Reformatory. And then I'm probably going to break it up a little bit.
I was about to say, because although Reformatory is historical fiction,
yes,
if I've heard correctly, Tanana Reeve Duke can write some really spooky things.
It's somewhat heavy.
Okay.
The subject matter is somewhat heavy.
All right.
So I am going to break it up.
Okay.
With my next book. Okay. But I am going to go. I need to get this one read.
Okay.
In the month of March, so that I can finally talk about this book. After having it for so long.
And it is a Goodreads choice winner.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And its genre.
Okay. Well, that makes it even better. Now, my final book is a book that you ordered for me.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about this author.
Okay.
But I did read one of her books entitled The It Girl.
Oh,
you remember I
Ruth
told you
Ware.
I read The It Girl. You've already given it away.
I don't know the title.
0 Days.
0 Days by Ruth Ware.
I've not had an opportunity to get to this one either. We ordered this one from the online place where you order from.
Oh, Book Outlet.
Book Outlet.
Okay.
We ordered this quite a while
That's been a while, Paul.
I think it was before we even started this channel.
I think so too.
You bought this book for me.
Yeah, we've had that for a while.
There's a lady named Jacintha, and they call her Jack.
Okay.
And she has a husband named Gabe. And basically, they are security penetration specialists, and they're the best in the business.
Okay.
They were hired to test the strength and the weaknesses of their systems by a company. And Jack handles the physical break-ins, and Gabe tackles the digital aspects.
Okay.
But what ends up happening is somebody dies, and one of the others in the married couple is basically the prime suspect.
Okay.
And so this person is basically thrown into a tailwind, trying to basically, I'm going to assume, trying to figure out who actually killed their spouse and trying to clear themselves.
Wow.
So this is one of those kind of adventurous books.
Okay. Yeah.
That looks like it's going to be maybe fast paced and trying to figure out who did what.
Great.
And so this will be a really great way to sort of
break it up.
Yeah.
I like the books you picked for March.
Break up from Reformatory.
Yeah.
Go to this and then hit Stephen King.
Love it.
I think it's going to be a great March. I'm excited.
I am too.
About the 4 books that I have to read. And, I may get to another one because Curious George will be like a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, you can read that.
So
in
I'll
3
probably
minutes.
get to another one that I've got tucked over here that I'm not going to show you yet. But I'll show it to you in another one of our videos because
Okay.
this is another one that I've had for a minute that I need to get to.
Sounds
So
good.
that's everything we have for today.
Oh, wow, everybody.
Hope
Thank
that you
you.
enjoyed the content.
Hope
Hope
so.
that it was fun for you. And so we have to ask the necessary question.
Yes.
What pages are you turning?
Tell us.
We need to know. What is your March TBR?
That'll be good to know. I
Yeah.
like that
What books
question,
do you
Paul.
have
Yeah.
that you're planning to read in the month of March? Go ahead
Yes.
and share those with us because we are always interested in what you're reading.
Always interested. Listen, and if you don't mind, tell us the TBR books and tell us how are you going to get them all done in the month of March?
Yeah.
Because I'm still trying to figure out. I'm thinking I'm giving myself a week for each of these books, but in reality, for me, it's sometimes 2 weeks. And
Hmm.
now that I see that these are some thick books, give me some strategies that you
Yeah.
use. If you're a fast reader, say I'm just a fast reader.
Yeah.
Paul's a fast reader, y'all.
I don't think so.
I think so because you just read The Unsettled. You just told us about it and you're finished with it.
Well,
That was pretty fast.
yeah, but this was a really cool week for me
It was.
because
It was. It was a busy
it's
week for
kind of
me.
a vacation week for me.
Yeah, and you deserve
I've
it.
still been working, but it's taking time for myself too. So I had a
Yeah,
lot
that's
more
that
time
good
to read.
self-care. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
That's
So
good.
everybody, listen, one other question. Leslie doesn't even know that I'm about to ask this question. We've got quite a bit of books that don't have a home. And
Oh
we
yeah.
need some ideas from you guys on
Yeah.
what types of setups do you have for housing your books?
Yeah.
Whether it be bookcases or other creative ways of
Yeah.
housing your
Please
books.
let us know.
Share in the comments with us some of the creative ways that you display your books, so that
Please.
it's not just books, but it's like a part of your decor
Yeah, and
in
it
your
looks
in your
good.
home. Share
Yes.
some of those things with us because we've got several books that need a place, and we want to do
I'm
something
looking at some of them right
that's
now,
not just
y'all.
like this. Although everybody, you see this, Leslie color coordinated all of our books. She set this up behind me. My work is what you see right there. That's me. All of this is her. So give us some great ideas,
Yeah,
and
we
we like
love
to put
that.
those to work. And when you give them to us, and if we execute it, we'll shoot some video so that you can see that we took your idea and put it to work.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, that's everything for today. Anything else you want to say, honey?
Oh no, I think we've given them a lot of homework.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Teacher brain.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today, for
you.
being a part of this
Thank
Turning
you
Pages
so much.
community. We are grateful for you, and we thank you all for your support.
Yes.
Until the next time you see us, we've got one favor to ask you. Keep
Turning
turning
those
those pages. All
pages.
right, y'all. See you next week.
Bye. See you next
Peace.
time. Bye.